Okay, rounding and estimating. This is our Wednesday homework, term 3, 2015. So what we're going to be looking at is the purpose. We want students to practice using their strategies to round and then estimate the sums. Step 1, they're going to look at the values. So they're going to round the value up or down to the nearest workable whole number. I'll talk about workability in a moment. Then they're going to do this for both values, so then they end up with a sum, for example here 30 multiplied by 9. And then they're going to use the strategies to complete their rounded equations, and I'm going to talk about the strategies in a moment, and they're going to write that in there with the estimated answer. Misconceptions we have with rounding is sometimes students struggle to understand what they should round to. So here's some ideas about that. I want them to round to the nearest whole number that is workable. I'll talk about workability in a minute. But not outside 10% of the original value. That's really important. Otherwise, the estimate then becomes way too far off and it's not an accurate estimation. For example, 9.2 would round to 9 because 9 is quite a workable number, as are most of the single-digit numbers. 9,234 would round to 9,000 because 9,000 is a workable number. Both numbers are also within 10% of their original value. Sometimes that's what students struggle with. So let's talk about workability. So to be workable means that the students have strategies to more easily use the rounded number in operations. So something like 9, they should know their 9 times tables. They'll be able to use that to then multiply, divide, add, whatever it is. They've got strategies for that. Whereas a number like 9,234 is not a very workable number. It takes a lot of very complex strategies to be able to easily figure out operations involving that number. Let's have a look at a couple of strategies. Now, it's really important. I don't want students using calculators. They need to use and practice their strategies. So say I round 30.1 multiplied by 8.9 to 30 multiplied by 9. Both within 10% of the original value, both workable numbers. 30.9 is almost, 30 multiplied by 9 is almost 30 multiplied by 10. So 30 multiplied by 10 is really easy. I know that any time I multiply something by 10, the numbers should move one place value to the left. So that leaves me with 30 multiplied by 10 equals 300. However, 30 multiplied by 9 is one group of 30 less than 30 multiplied by 10. So what am I going to do? 30 multiplied by 9 equals 30 multiplied by 10, taking away one group of 30 and leaving me with the fairly close estimate of 270. That's a fairly long-winded one. Some students use that. They may choose to use a slightly more efficient one like this. This is our extended number facts. I know that 30 multiplied by 9 is similar to 3 times 9, which is 27. However, being a 30, I'm talking about 30 tens here, not 3 ones. So therefore, 30 tens multiplied by 9 ones is 270 or 27 tens. Good luck.